Hey there, thank you for watching my first YouTube video on Kilo's Garage. So the majority of you guys probably know me from TikTok, and I want to thank you guys if you guys bridged over and followed me here on YouTube. Hit the follow down below, like the video, all that good stuff. Well, I wanted to make YouTube videos now to kind of supplement the TikTok videos that I'm making, because the TikTok videos are just not long enough to kind of explain what I've been doing with my LS swaps. And for those of you guys that don't know anything about what I'm talking about right now, well, I guess I can kind of show you all the project cars that I have going on. Okay, so the first one is my very first car. I built it with my dad when I was around 15 years old. It's a 1991 Pontiac Trans Am. It has an LT4 engine from a Corvette in it. Not the new LT4, but the older 90s one that no one liked. And it has upgraded brakes, and it's a 5-speed manual. It used to be an automatic, but if you can see in there, it has a sticker. It has a little louvers on the back. Not bad, not bad. And currently haven't been driving the car at all. That's why it's so dusty. And in the future, I hopefully plan to do something with it, but I'm just not sure yet. What do you guys think I should do with this car? Probably LS swap it, or maybe do something different. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the next car in the arsenal, and it's a 1984 Pontiac Trans Am. It was my dad's, and my dad had originally planned to do an LS swap in it, and he didn't get a chance to, so it's going to be my job to finish this car for him. And I'll show you the engine that's supposed to go with this car. So over here, it's a 5.3 liter LS, but my dad built it up, and he was doing the wire harness all by himself, labeling everything, and he didn't get a chance to finish it. So I've been working on my own LS swap to kind of learn what he's been doing, so I can go ahead and finish it for him. Okay, the next car I have here in the backyard is actually my brother's. It's a 1965 Pontiac Tempest, but he's converting it into a GTO, and he currently has a Pontiac 326 in here. See if I can get this open. Okay, so this car is a big Frankenstein, but it has a, what is it, a single barrel or two barrel, a carburetor, 326, really crappy motor. But we were able to actually find a Pontiac 400 that we're going to be swapping in here soon. So if you guys want to see videos on how we rebuild that motor, let me know in the comments. And the interior obviously needs some work, but it's going to come along soon. I really like this car actually. And here's that engine that we bought like maybe 2 weeks ago. This cam is not part of it. I just brought it here for no reason. It's a Pontiac 400. It's one of the later 400s, so it's the weaker version. But we're not planning to make a lot of horsepower with this thing. It's just going to be kind of rebuild and get some compression in there. And that's basically going to be it. It's going to be enough torque for what my brother is going to want. And so, yeah, we're going to end up rebuilding it. So, like I said, if you guys want to see videos on how we rebuild this, shoot a comment down below and let me know. All right, here is my 1972 Firebird, the one I've been doing all the TikTok videos on, the one I'm doing the LS swap on. As you can see here, I have a 6.7 liter LS engine. I pretty much have everything wired up at this point. The only thing is it needs a tune really bad, so I haven't been able to run it or to really crank it really. As far as the electronics and everything, like all the wiring is all completed. I can show you guys that. Let me go wrap around here so you guys can see. I finally fixed some issues that I've been having with the fuel. The C5 Corvette fuel pressure regulator has been giving me some issues because it's been leaking all over the place, but now it holds pressure pretty nice. I can read it right here. Let me wrap around the car towards the back. Inside, there's literally no interior at all. As you can see, I mounted the computer right underneath the passenger side dash, and I think I like it here. This is a nice space to have it, especially since I'm not going to be running AC anymore. This is a perfect spot to put it because the AC would have been there, but now it's not, so there's enough space for it to be there and not like bother anyone that's sitting in the passenger seat. I also haven't made it to a T56 6-speed transmission, which is going to be hella fun to drive. So yeah. If you guys have any questions about the LS swap, whether it be wiring, whether it be the engine, like how to assemble it, whether it be how it fits within a second generation F-body, any of that stuff, please let me know. I'll be happy to make another video explaining what I did. Okay, and the last car I have to show you guys is my 1992 Pontiac Firebird. That was my dad's. It's a convertible, which is really cool, and it actually has a V8 in it, so that's pretty dope. Not many 92 Firebirds with V8s convertibles around. It's pretty dusty. We don't really drive it all that much. My dad talked about L swapping it. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to end up doing to it. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Okay, so that's kind of the overview of the cars that I have. All of them seem to be really big projects. Although when I finish the 72 Firebird, I actually want to get another car, preferably pre-75, because, you know, I really don't want to deal with that California smog crap. I was thinking maybe like a Chevy truck, or I guess it could be like a Nova, Camaro. I would even go to Dodge, you know, like a Dart or a Charger if I can find one cheap, which is probably not possible at this point. But yeah, I want to have experiences with more older engines. You know what would also be cool? Like a VW from the 1960s or 70s, you know, one of those air-cooled engines that you could probably pick up with your hands. I think it would be pretty cool to work on one of those, because I just don't have any experience with them, and they seem like really cool engines to mess around with. Okay, so now a little bit about me. My name is Luis. I'm 22 years old. I'm a graphic designer. I'm still in college for like another year and a half, and I work on cars kind of part-time because, you know, obviously I work and I have classes and stuff like that. So yeah, and as far as how to even get into cars, well, my dad was a mechanic for over 20 years, and he passed away in 2020 because of COVID. And since then I've been kind of trying to reconnect with him in other ways. So I've picking up cars again. Because for some time I worked with him, but then I didn't like it as much anymore. So now I'm coming back to it, and I really enjoy it because it reminds me of my dad. And he left me this garage, and he left me a bunch of cars and a bunch of tools, and it's literally everything I need in order to start building cars and making videos and doing all that stuff. The reason I started to do an LS swap on my 72 Firebird was because my dad has an 84 Trans Am that I showed you guys, and he wanted to do an LS swap on it. And around the time where he passed away, he was kind of nearing completion, and I would say he was probably a week before he could have installed the engine in his car, but he couldn't, and so I wanted to finish that for him. But I kind of felt unprepared because I didn't really know anything about LS swaps at all. And so I took it upon myself to do another LS swap before I could finish his, and that was on the 72, and I'm kind of near completion, or near turning it on rather. And so as soon as that's done, then we're gonna start the process on my dad's car, and I'll show you guys that whole thing. It's probably gonna take a little bit longer just because, like I said, I'm a college student, and that 72 Firebird has been making me go literally broke. So it's going to be difficult, but hopefully here on YouTube you guys can support me just by watching, and that'll be enough just to keep me going. So that's going to be it for today. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself. If you guys don't know me from TikTok already, if you guys are just finding me out right now, make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Like this video too, and in the next video we're probably going to go over the major systems in the LS swap, particularly like the fuel systems, because I feel like there's not enough information on YouTube about it. So I'm gonna upload what I did for mine, and it's pretty easy, and so far it has been working for me. I've been getting, you know, the right amount of PSI that I need for the LS system, which is 58 PSI. And we can also go through the electrical stuff. We can go through that painless harness that I have, and how it wires to the car. I know that's always like a daunting task too. And then afterwards, let's see, well, we're gonna have to build my brother's Pontiac 400 so we can get into engine building a little bit too in the next couple of videos that I'll have there. And yeah, I think that should be good enough. Thank you guys for watching.